So I was speaking with someone the other day and they asked me, "What do you do as a living?" I said I'm a plumber, and he replied, "Oh, so you install toilets all day?" And his response got me thinking. When we say we're plumbers, people automatically think we're just plumbers that fix toilets, sinks, leaking cartridges, and other easy things like that. But in reality, that's only the tip of the iceberg, and in this video, I want to clear up some misconceptions of what a plumber really does, and also show the other part of the iceberg. So the first thing that comes to mind are the awkward positions we gotta get ourselves into in order to fix or install something. I did a poll in the community section of the channel a while back to confirm what I thought, and the awkward positions option won by a long shot, and it's no fluke. Rarely is the work just at the right level or in the right spot for you. It's most often in the ceiling, the attic, or underground. So just to put you into perspective, you're in an attic on a hot summer day with a respirator, carrying a bunch of tools, and you have a customer peeking at you. Sounds fun, right? Here's some footage of a job I did a few years ago. I was basically in a building's attic, which had around 20 inches of clearance at most, and I needed to install over 150 feet of 4-inch cast iron pipe to replace a stack vent. My buddy and I had to wear a protective suit, a respirator, there was no light, and it was about minus 25 degrees Celsius for 3 weeks straight, and we were on our hands and knees most of the time. Here's another claustrophobic shot where I was doing a rough-in, and I was basically imprisoned by this jungle of rebar. I couldn't stand up and could barely move without getting shanked. So for those who thought we were always in a comfortable position, it's almost never the case. Now, the next topic isn't for the faint of heart. If you don't like germs, fecal matter, or even the smell of it, you might want to move on to the next chapter. Never did I ever have to replace a sparkling clean toilet when I'd go to a customer's house. It was either never cleaned or never cleaned. I once got a call that I'll never forget, and she said her toilet was smelling weird after it was flushed. So I started my investigation by removing it, and yeah, the problem was pretty obvious. The toilet wasn't seated well, and all of the waste would go under the toilet instead of in the drain. And who was the lucky one to clean all of this up? Well, it wasn't the customer, I'll tell you that. And should I even mention the smell? So yeah, we get to see more, smell more, and touch more than we'd really want to. But hey, it's all part of the job, right? The next thing people underestimate or don't even think of are the temperatures we're exposed to. Most times, you're either in blazing hot temperatures like in attics, boiler rooms, or just outside like all of my Cali or Texan subscribers always tell me, or in the freezing cold. I personally worked 11 years as a plumber in Canada, and 8 of those years were spent outside on new constructions in both the heat and cold. And believe it, it just makes everything exponentially more difficult. And finally, the reason why I quit plumbing is because of the heavy lifting. One of the last jobs I did was in an elementary school and needed demolition before we could proceed. The heating system used cast iron radiators mounted high up on the walls. We needed to cut the fasteners, let it drop down, and break every single radiator into smaller pieces to make them more manageable to discard. My coworker and I did this for over 6 months straight non-stop. So just imagine how we felt after a day's work. If lifting heavy objects like toilets, pumps, or other heavy things all day long is not your cup of tea, I suggest you stay away from plumbing as it's pretty much inevitable. I personally got hurt the first year I started plumbing, just kept going, and I regret it now as I'll probably never get back to my original state. So it's something to think twice about. But if you're in shape, there shouldn't be any problems. So for those who thought plumbing was just running around changing toilets and cartridges all day, I hope this changes the way you view a trade plumber, as the real thing is a lot more diversified than that. What are your stories? If you have some cool anecdotes that you'd like to share, drop them in the comment section below to share them with the community. And if you liked this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. And until the next time, thanks for watching.